Hello my friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about no spin knife throwing. So let's get started. First of all guys, important is the distance from the target. Most people make big mistake and they are going so much further from the target and they are keep missing and they don't know why. So from the beginning is the best start throwing on the ground. Basically you can put it something like a log, or you can even throw like this into the ground. All right, but of course this is for everybody, even complete beginners. So if you still don't know how to hold no spin properly, I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so put it in the center of the palm like this, close it with your fingers and have strong grip, not too light and not too tight. All right, but this is only one of those grips guys. Some people like to hold it more in the hand, some people like more high, and like for example feed-in grips, like very low. All right, so you have to figure it out what's working for you. Also there's like a Japanese style Ozan Suzuki. All right, but like I said, this one is the most comfortable for me, and I have very high results with this grip over the years. All right, so we talk about the grip, the distance from the target. Now of course it's important the proper stance guys. Again, there are many stances. You can be standing like this, parallel, dominant leg forward, opposite leg. So again, you have to figure it out what works for you, but most common of course is to be really relaxed. Breathe out, you know, breathe in, and important, like always be focused on your target and keep thinking that you are using the knife. Even if it's not completely sharp, of course it can really rebound really fast from such a close distance, so you have to always pay attention for this. All right, so once again, like this, we have the grip, we have the stance, and we have the distance. All right, so now we have to connect it all together, and everything, again my style, there are many more ways how you can throw no spin, is this one. All right, so since I'm left-handed, my right leg is forward. If you're gonna be right-handed, you're gonna switch everything like this. Okay, so like this, again comfortable. First I'm starting aiming on the target. You see, elbow is like this in this position, and now I am pulling everything back. In this moment I am twisting my elbow, my wrist. I try to keep it locked, and also try to keep locked also your grip. When you're gonna be releasing the knife, don't try to open it right away, because after it can tumble and not even hit your target, or you're gonna hit the target flat. All right, so again you are pulling, you go, and about in this moment you start to putting the little bit pressure on your index finger, and you're just gonna brush it, the index finger with the index finger, the spine of the knife. All right, and if you don't understand it how to do it from here, you can start from total ground, bottom, medium, and up. Okay, so let's try to do all three movements. So first on the ground, I will try go really slowly, bam, you see, very easy. Now I go on the bottom, again loading, completely rotten. Always be careful when you're gonna be in the forest on the completely rotten trees. Some knives can go completely inside and you will have hard time to pull them. And now we are aiming on the top, and again going back very easily forward. Okay, you can even keep practicing from super close, like here, the movement, you just let it slide very easily. You can practice this movement even with your hand. Just be careful to not hit yourself. Important, like I said, is to squeeze it with the thumb from the side and also with your middle finger. All right, if you're gonna be open it, it looks like this. You see, open the grip and it's gonna tumble on the side. So you always have to keep the right pressure for your grip, and everything will go smoothly. All right, there are some common mistakes that are beginners doing. The first one is flicking with the wrist too much. This is like this, you see, you're doing this. So keep your wrist locked like this. All right, don't try to go like this all the way, because the knife will usually over rotate it. All right, so with the wrist flicking, over rotation. The second one is not enough the brushing the spine. That looks like this, under rotated knife, you see, like this. And you can fix it that you will brush it a little bit more, or you can make a step back from the target, you see, or again brush it a little bit more like this. All right, so these are the common mistakes, 2-1 mainly. And what beginners are doing often, right, Raven and Cookie, they are going so much further, like here. They want to throw it right away, and of course they're gonna miss it. So what you have to do, guys, if you are a completely beginner and you just stuck your first distance, let's say 1.5 meters, 2 meters, you have to stay there for some time, you know. Don't try to rush even on 3 meters. Stick it there, and you have to find out if you can stick it many times like this. If your grouping are very tight on the short distances, after you can be moving a little bit back. And what I'm using is called the step back drill. So if you're gonna stick one knife, you can go little tiny step back, and if you stick another one, you can again go one tiny step back. But again, don't make huge steps back. This is classic mistake. For the no spin throwing, you really need very good muscle memory, and everything after is gonna be much easier, rather than if you're gonna skip these steps. All right, guys, another thing that is important, now you see me using these dragon claws. These are professional throwing knives that you can get on the shop sharp blades, and with these are knife throwing much more easier compared to the some cheap throwing knives from the market. So you have to always keep it in mind, but that doesn't mean that you can't throw them or you can't learn how to throw knives with these. Because if your technique is gonna be good, you can stick basically anything, guys. All right, nails, whatever. So I would say that's about it for the no spin throwing. If you have more questions, guys, what do you need to know about no spin throwing, or you something wasn't so clear, please let me know in the comments. And like I said, don't rush on the longer distances. Maybe after we can do some advanced lesson how to throw the long distance, like 5-6 meters. All right, but for today, and of course if you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link for these dragon claw throwing knives. All right, guys, but now really for today, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.